Let's go back to our phone lines. Local number 514-597-4500. Robert is in Valleyfield. Hi, Robert.
Hi, how are you today?
Doing all right. Do you have a question?
Yes, I do. We have an unusual problem with the radio electronics on our vehicle. We have listened to music on a USB key, and things seem to go fine as we go along, and suddenly the message will come up on the screen saying media is not connected, and that seems to be the end of the road for us. Then we can't play our music, and I'm just wondering if you've encountered that kind of problem. We've been to the dealer. They're been very helpful. They changed the unit for us, but the problem still pops up. We've tried a variety of USB keys, new ones, old ones, whatnot, but the message still persists, and the head office, I guess, for the Canadian manufacturer is baffled by this as well. So we haven't had an answer yet as to what is the cause of the problem. We're still waiting on that, but just curious to see if you've ever encountered something like this.
What kind of vehicle? What model and year?
It's a Subaru Forester. It's 2018 that we purchased at the end of the year when they were liquidating stock for changeover. And there's a demonstrator, but it's functioned very, very well for us other than this.
Well, I would tell you I'm not aware of your specific problem. We do see issues with what are called the infotainment systems on modern vehicles. We had a cluster of complaints on the Odyssey and similar large Hondas for 2018 and 2019, and I think a few Subaru complaints as well on some of the higher-end models. I don't know if yours is part of that series. What are they suggesting you do instead? What medium or what could you store your music on instead?
Well, it still plays CDs and radio and satellite radio. All of these choices are available. They haven't suggested anything at this point. We're still in communication and a bit anxious because the warranty is a few 100 kilometers away. So they're very helpful and attentive, but we're baffled, and we'd like to see this resolved sooner than later. But no answers yet as to what is the cause.
It's a little difficult for the dealers because the technology is changing so quickly that they're not able to get any special expertise on these units. Right? It's very hard for them. They don't open them, for one thing. That's something they would remove and send out. They can apply software updates, but unless they've seen the problem many times before and the manufacturer has offered a fix, it's quite difficult for them. So you might have to look in the aftermarket. Or perhaps see if your unit is compatible with a newer model year where Subaru had already fixed it, and ask them if they could do that to give you some form of an upgrade. First step for you now, since you're coming near the warranty, is to send a note. It can be polite, but that you're on record as having gone back 2, 3, 4 times during the warranty. You let them know that the warranty is soon ending, but for the purposes of this problem, that you'd like it to be dated at the date of your first complaint during the warranty.
Yes, that's
important
great.
That you do that because your work order might just say check radio or something like that, and no problem found. But that actually doesn't mean that you're complaining about the same problem during the warranty. So sometimes we see
doesn't reflect that it's an ongoing thing. Yeah.
Right. We see this with car makers where a dealer will drag a problem out and the paperwork is a bit ambiguous, and then you show up 6 months after the warranty and they say, well, your warranty's over. This isn't the same thing as what you had before, which we fixed a year ago.
Right. Okay. That's good advice, and we have been on top of that, and we'll make sure that our paperwork is in order. Much appreciated. Wishing you a good afternoon.
Thanks so much for the phone call, Robert. That's Robert calling from Valleyfield. You are listening to Radio Noon. My name's Sean Appel, and George Eny is here. He's the Executive Director of the Automobile Protection Association. He is answering your questions at 514-597-4500 or toll free at 1-877-597-4500.